Death Watch.
So you guys had just finished up with the Trollocs and the Myrddraal. So the Trollocs lay dead all around you. The Myrddraal is on the ground, its arms and legs flailing as it thrashes violently. The man in gray watches you as he starts to unveil his face. And the Ogier that you had seen takes a seat on a rock with a heavy breath and says, "Your arrival was good fortune for us, friends." His voice is a deep rumble like a drum. "I am not a man of arms, and though Gaul's skills are great indeed, I do not think highly of our chances alone against such a lot. I am called Loyal. My friend and I..." The strange-dressed man cuts Loyal off and says, "Our task is not for strangers, nor for other ears. Ravens are everywhere. We owe you a debt of water, Wetlanders, for you fought bravely, and we are much in need."
I guess I'll dismount my horse and kind of tug Lalana after me.
Okay.
And I'll, was it, we're all injured? Or who all's injured?
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
took
injured.
some wounds.
Dill is...
A mighty blow. I'll tell him he can keep his water. Like, all debts are forgiven.
Okay.
But you don't know you just did
Yeah.
that. Yeah, anyway, I'll kind of like make like shooing motions to like kind of gather to an area. And I'll take care of everyone's injuries.
Okay.
And so I'll start doing that. How bad are you hurt?
23 out of 38.
All right. How bad's the Ogier and the Aiel?
The Aiel, it doesn't seem very wounded. The Ogier has some cuts on him, but seems more winded than anything.
All right.
As Dill is at, he needs 18.
Okay.
Is he crying?
No, he's doing the Macho Kid thing where it's like his lips quivering and you see him forming, but he's playing a tough guy.
All right. Dill's healed.
Okay.
So he's up. Whatever he was damaged in, it's now subdual.
Now subdual.
So he might be knocked out, maybe. I'm not sure. No, because he has technically no damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 32 to you.
I only needed 15.
I'm just
Okay.
working this mule here. How much did you need?
Good question. 7. How does this healing present itself?
In Dill and him so far, it takes a bit longer, like 10, 20 minutes.
I mean, how capable
doesn't
is,
wanna be
is
touched by the
Wraith able to delude himself from this? Because in his...
Well, you could figure, because she probably like goes up and touches your
Yeah.
forehead or something. So like maybe she's got cold hands or something is what you're figuring.
So I'm a little concerned that...
But yours will be a really quick heal because
Yeah.
you're not super hurt. It's going to take like an action.
Okay. Because in his true account of events, you're not a channeler and you have these abilities from your leashed channeler woman.
It very well could be that I still, that's how it works.
And so he's worried about the Dark One's
Mm.
touch getting into him by using her.
Getting mad from it.
Yeah. But I guess he'll allow it.
And the Ogier just has some scratches.
Yeah,
That's yours.
one should do it for him. One, or I guess, sorry, it's different in this one. He needs 15.
He's got 17 back.
Okay. And the Aiel needs 4.
I don't think I can't not heal
Yeah.
him for that. So yeah.
All right, so while Adina is going about healing everybody, I think that Cho'Gath is the only one that was kind of free to do well, I guess everybody's free to do whatever while she's not actively healing you.
So you
What
help
would you
Bill
like to be
first,
doing?
right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep an eye on Aiel at all times.
Okay.
At all times. And I'll go talk to the Ogier. I'll say, "Glory to the builders." And then ask him, I'll introduce myself to him.
Okay.
I'll ask him what he's about.
What was the Ogier greeting for Borderlanders? Was it the typical? I know it's not Lane's.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I think they did have something that they called them.
Yeah.
It was like an honorific, sort of. Doesn't matter, we can't think of it.
Yep. Moving on. So
You receive an honorific from the Ogier.
yes.
Put it in your inventory.
Oh, an honorific.
He seems pretty hesitant to go into detail after the Aiel had cut him off, but he does tell you that they are on a mission to correct a mistake that he never. That says, we're on a mission to correct a mistake that I never should have made."
What's the mistake?
When you ask that, the Aiel doesn't really allow him to respond.
I need to determine how much I know about the Aiel War before I can proceed.
Roll your
History?
histories.
And I'm going to be following the wolves out into the forest, shouting after them.
16.
Oddly enough, they don't run away immediately.
Okay.
You do get a sense those visions kind of assault your mind again, but and you can understand them. It's essentially danger, and then the glory of killing the
Run with us, taste more Trolloc blood. on
yeah
your-
Trollocs, and you do get images of just massive amounts of Trollocs.
Okay. I'm going to be talking to them at the same time. I'm like mentally projecting things because I don't understand how it works yet.
Oh, talking
So-
out loud?
Yeah, I'll be talking out loud, but I'll be staring at them and asking them questions about how many Trollocs there are and
Falk started talking to himself. That's also getting to.
yeah.
They don't have a way to really give numbers, right? Like many, right? And you just
A hill blackened by
Yeah.
shapes.
exactly. I mean, it's just what seems an overwhelming amount.
Okay.
What did you get for your history?
16.
16. So, I mean, the basic history of it as far as the Aiel came over the what is it? The spine, right?
Spine of the
Yeah.
world. So do I know enough to understand that we did not defeat them? They completed their objective and went back to the waste, or am I of the mind that we banded together and pushed them back?
Would your Terran superiority let you think that?
Well, I mean, either way, that's probably going to be the case, but
Okay,
it does
yeah.
color things a little bit.
Whether or not you actually deep
Yeah.
down know
Yeah.
something.
But you
as
know
opposed to
that
just
they
believe
you do know that they pushed to Tarvalon, and that they were going to or after the Karhinan king, and that all reports say that he died and then they left. So whether or not they were actually defeated or left of their own free will, I'll let you kind of judgment call that one. You just know that they did what they came to do.
Okay. And he didn't like me asking further questions.
Yeah. As like earlier he had mentioned that, or he'd said that the task wasn't for you and his concern of the ravens. That's something that he does repeat about the ravens, is that the and he's looking up at them. You can see them in the trees. It's not like they're hiding at all. They're pretty blatant all around. He says that ravens often do sight blinders work.
Should we shoot him, Choga?
The Aiel?
Knew that was coming.
The ravens.
Well, how many are there?
There's thousands.
Oh.
I mean,
Be a waste of time.
Well, I'll assure him that you can trust us. We're successful hunters of the horn. We got close to it,
yeah, close to it.
which is more than a lot
Yeah.
of people can say. This close.
Yeah, they. I mean,
We would have had it if it
Loyal
If they hadn't sounded it.
kind of perks up at that, and he starts going into stories of the horn and talking about. So it leads on to just so many different directions that a conversation normally wouldn't. But he does keep going for quite a while, and if nobody stops him, Gaul will.
No.
stop him.
Yeah.
Does he mention anything? I can't remember. Does he mention anything where things might have converged or?
What do you mean? Like
I just can't remember. Did he end up in Falma?
I don't think he was. I don't remember him being there.
Well, I'll listen to it, I guess, until Gull stops him.
Wasn't he at the steading at that point in time?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because that was just before he ran away to rejoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the horn was blown?
Yeah.
What was he doing? He was with Rand up till...
Yeah, they came out of the.
Yeah, after they came out of the Blight, wasn't there an elder that came to gather him and take him back? He was supposed to get
No,
married.
he was
and-
with them when they went through the portal stone with
Yeah.
Celine.
He at that point he said he missed the steading and went back to a steading.
Oh, he had to.
to the one that was
break.
close to Carhine. Carhine, yeah. Or no, wasn't the one he visited with where Perrin was and Egwin?
Let's
Right.
get a plot synopsis up for the Great Hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to.
It's not a big deal. I was
Yeah.
just if there was a chance that
I don't think that he was there.
Yeah, I don't remember him either. I just
Yeah.
don't know where he went because he was with Rand up till Carhine.
Carhine.
Carhine?
well, think of Cairo,
Kyrian.
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 I know. So when Gaul stops him, I'll be like, "Hey, we're on the side of the light. We're no dark friends.
No.
We've been battling them and Trollocs,
Well, I don't know if I'm probably still healing people.
and you just saw we came and helped you, and you can keep the water and just let Boyle speak."
We got our own.
I'll ask him if he knows how to get to Emmons Field.
Yeah, he tells you that
We might be able to skip him in this field. 'Cause he might know where...
he says that if you
Rand
take
wiped them out.
the quarry road and follow it east, after about a day's travel, you should make it to Emmons Field. And yeah, so I know that you guys' original plan was to try and get everything translated, and
Yeah.
by the Ogier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well see if he can translate it.
How's your old tongue, friend Ogier?
Says that it's well.
Would you care to do some translation work for us?
It could be in payment to the debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more than happy to look at it.
I don't
So,
know who was carrying it. I don't think it was me.
I think you might have had it last, but that was just to take it to try and get it translated. So,
Yeah, I
I
guess
mean,
I-
whoever normally carries the stuff like that for you guys, we could say Adina. Would you feel that was the possession of the tower now?
Oh, I don't know quite what Adina thinks about a whole lot of stuff when it comes
Yeah.
to that right now.
Very confusing time.
Yes, but if it was given to her and given back, then yeah, I guess she has it.
Okay.
The problem with that is that I never write that stuff down. So,
Yeah, I don't think Rafe would have held on to it for any reason.
was it Map of Jerichopen? Would that work for what it is?
Yeah. So, Yeah, he looks at it and his brows furrow a bit, and he says that that the letter is written by Ellen Morin Ted.
Oh, that's familiar. Is that one of the
Tedroni?
Forsaken?
I don't know how to pronounce the last name. It's Tedronai.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I mean, he does even he mentions that as well, as that
It's a Straumael.
yeah, that better known as Ishmael. But it speaks of a artifact, or a terangrial called the Artifact of Brazen, which you guys already know, that was used to remove the ability to channel from men going mad after the breaking. Says that it's rumored to be lost in Jerichopen. He rubs his chin for a little bit and says Jerichopen is, if I recall rightly, an ancient city of Manetheren. Says that he does recall seeing something in one of the books that I left back in Emmonsfield. I might be able to find more if I was able to reference them. I do hope to return to Emmonsfield if it survives the Trollocs siege. Says that Varen Sedai might be able to help. She's a very knowledgeable scholar. Says that last that he had heard, she was in or around the village of Watch Hill. That's
Do you think our dark friend knows that she's a dark friend?
No, because of how they do their
True.
Varen,
The
I
hearts,
think might
yeah.
know she might be.
Yeah, she had a pretty comprehensive list.
Yeah, but the other way around, probably not. Only what's her name? The chick that becomes the Keeper of Chronicles.
Not Alana, but
Lena?
Alvarin.
Alvarin. Yeah, she might know.
He could be an
so. It
opportunity.
says that Watch Hill is about a day and a half. That'd be southeast. Sorry, trying to think of direction there.
Southwest from our ex, right?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, southwest. So you guys, the main, it would probably be easier to backtrack and go down to the road. He mentions that rather than try and cut cross country, says the terrain it gets really bad up ahead. But I don't think there's too many Trollocs there.
Okay.
He goes on to say that sadly, I do not recommend trying for Emmonsfield. Thousands of Trollocs are encircling the town. I do not think anyone will be coming or going from there.
What are Trollocs doing here? Thousands of
Hundreds
them.
or thousands, maybe underestimating it.
But in any case, he does leave you with some general directions. If you do want to try and make Emmonsfield, he recommends go to the Quarry Road, which would be.
Or the other option is to get Varen's take on the map.
Not even necessarily the map. Just see. He says that she might know something because she's a scholar. As he says that she's of the Brown Aja. She's also traveling with Alana Sedai of the Green.
Two Sedai.
Composure to keep myself sweating.
Did you succeed?
Yeah, it's like a 30.
Okay. Okay. So you'd gotten the information from Loyal about two Aes Sedai, Varen and Alana, that were in Watch Hill that might be able to help you with your Jerichopen issue. And that there's also thousands of Trollocs that are besieging Emmonsfield.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands. as
Are you
Falk
correcting
corrects.
the narrator? Is this in game or out of game?
I would hope that it's
It's
out of
Are
game.
you still
in game.
Are you still talking to yourself?
No, yeah, basically. When I hear them describing, thousands of hundreds, if not thousands, I will correct Loyal or
But he just said thousands.
okay, I'll correct him and I'll say tens of thousands.
I like the idea of you just correcting the narrator. You're already slipping into madness,
Yeah, a little bit.
so you can Deadpool it a bit. If you start talking about chimichangas, though, I'm going to fling you off a cliff.
With that,
Fair
though,
enough.
Loyal stands and says that they must be on their way to complete their own task. Thanks you again for your assistance and bids you good fortune on your journey ahead. What would you guys like to do at this point?
Either option works for me.
Okay.
Bunch of Trollocs and 2 Aes Sedai are both very risky.
I agree with the risky part on the Aes Sedai.
What do you think, Shogun?
Well, I would hate to turn down people in need fighting against Trollocs.
Falk?
This is more Trollocs than we can fight. Far more.
You know what the best way to eat a horse is?
This isn't eating a horse. This is eating a herd.
So,
Analogy still applies.
so we start a fire and run them off a cliff.
I don't even think that'll do it. This is more than you can count.
Okay.
Did we get any pinpoint from Loyal on Jerichopen?
No, he says that that
needed
he
his
might have
books.
more information in his books, which are in Emmonsfield.
Is that where he's going now?
No, he does hope to return there if it survives the siege. He figures it'll probably be at least a week though
It's a good
before he
thing
gets back.
It's a good thing we metagamed and have already removed the leaf from the Waygate, so it's already closed, so we've already done his mission for him. We can Bill and Ted's this stuff, guys. Well, anyway, we don't have any information on where Jerichopen is.
I think the Aes Sedai might be our best option.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be our only option.
Fighting through Emmonsfield, I don't think is possible.
Okay.
Well, unless our friend here, and I'll tug the leash, has any secrets she has yet to divulge, I think we're going to have to sort of fight our way there.
To Watch Hill?
Perhaps we could avoid it. As, I don't know. Like I can sense shadow spawn, but it's not like a mobile thing.
Okay.
Now, Watch Hill is where the Aes Sedai were, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very
Well, around Watch Hill, he knows that they were going that direction.
Okay.
It is the closest.
Yeah. And even if we do go to Emmonsfield, we could go to Watch Hill and then to Emmonsfield if we need to. It's a little out of the way, but
to Watch Hill first. That's
Yeah.
what you said? Yeah. I think that's where we've got to go. We got to track for those 2 Aes Sedai. Perhaps they'll be able to show us where Jericho is.
Okay, so Watch Hill.
But we should still be careful. They might be the two that we're hunting.
Oh, that's true. That'd be...
did you're in the AU already leave?
Yeah, they're in the process of.
Okay. Can we hail them and get a description of the Aes Sedai?
Yeah.
Ageless faces.
Yep.
Yes, but one should be short, plump, and graying hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to take everything in when you got an ageless face.
The
that
other
can
one
squash
is
ya.
black hair, slender, and but fairly pretty, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a green.
Yeah.
That one could be one of the ones we're chasing.
Yeah. What was she? Was she
One of the ones was Terran
okay?
with dark hair, right?
So what was her name? Alana or whatever.
Yeah. Alana and Baron, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the ones that you guys were chasing.
No, I can't remember their names.
What, Krylin?
I don't want to.
Okay.
It's easier if you don't give them names.
There you go. All right, so are you going to take their advice and backtrack a little bit as well? Or do you want to try and push through? It says that they had Loyal had mentioned it might be easier if you backtrack a little ways and go down to the road.
Yeah. Quarry Road.
Yeah, rather than try and cut straight through just because of the terrain and roving Trolloc bands.
To the Quarry Road or the old road? Because the Quarry Road was the one that went from the mountains down to Emmons Field.
That will be... I don't think I labeled that road.
No, it's there.
That's the North Road.
Oh, it's magically appearing.
Yeah. So you guys will kind of cut back, down, and then over. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So the trip itself will take the majority of the day. Well, I'm sorry. This trip will take a day and a half. Towards the end of the first day, though, as the forest's dense trees start to give way to a patchwork of small farm fields. Across one such field lie the smoldering ruins of a farmhouse. Only a few walls stand, their timbers charred and smoking. The fields and nearby orchards are likewise scorched, and it seems no living things remain. I'll have everybody do spot checks. Travis, what dice app are you using?
For what?
Just to roll. Sometimes I've seen you do it on your...
Oh, if you Wizards of the Coast has a just D20
like a
dice roller.
Okay.
Should be like one of the first ones because Google has a built-in one that I've
Not
never
so
really
great.
used.
But there's one I've been using with Chris, and I've sent all you guys links to, but it's a web one where you can have everybody come into it, and it doesn't require account sign up or anything.
Okay.
It's called Roll Dice with Friends.
Makes me nervous that someone might just
Jump into the room,
wander
start
in,
rolling.
Oh, my name's Johan.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a very active site though, so probably not. Who knows how many pages down I found it.
So, wizards.com.
Yeah.
Where are you? D20. Okay. All right. Adina,
12.
Cho'Gath,
21.
Falk,
27.
Rafe.
14.
Deal got a 3.
Cho'Gath did take his critical power back.
Okay, so Cho'Gath and Falk and Rafe. You all see... No, come back. So you all notice a small curing shed just beyond the farmhouse. It seems to be intact, and there's a wisp of smoke rising from its chimney.
Is this the next day?
This is later in the afternoon on the first day still.
Just in case, I will sense Shadow Spawn. It's a 0 level weed.
Oh, okay.
And she will sense Shadow Spawn within 500 feet.
Okay.
But I guess I will.
I sent you a link to that shared room if you want to use it for anything.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, like it'll have that place up top where you just type in the name and then you pick your dice and like I'll roll it here once that
How do I add people to it?
you don't. They
Send
just
the link.
Oh, you
send
just
a
send
link.
the link. Did you send it to everybody?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead and do that.
It seems to work pretty favorably for Chris so far.
Until it doesn't.
Right.
Oh, is it kind of...
But I'd say overall it's worked pretty good for.
Yeah, I guess
him.
it depends on what we're doing. It's
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll roll really, really low.
Yeah.
But it might not be good on a D20.
Yeah, I
so
did like a luck roll for you, and I got
I got a
a
19.
critical. I'll send that link. Sorry, John.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, she senses not very close. How accurate, like, is that? Is that like, pinpoint them or like that there's a Trolloc
I would just know
dropping
if
a
they're there.
deuce behind a tree
Right. I don't
400
know.
feet away?
I don't know number, direction, or location. So
Okay.
I know that there are Trollocs.
Just close.
Not even Trolloc. It doesn't tell type.
So yeah, she does sense shadow spawn within that area. Dill, as you guys start to get closer, starts complaining of just a really horrible smell. How was Perrin's? He was using the wolves, right?
Well, he was using his nose and the wolves to track him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd have to think of what was his name? Hearn.
Yeah.
So there's always a stench of Trolloc or Fades because they're.
You start, Falk. You start noticing, like, so your senses seem to be getting sharper, right? As even though the light's starting to fade, you can see really well and clearly. Whereas before you know that you would have had trouble. Your sense of smell starts to change as well. It's a lot sharper, and you're associating certain smells with things. You smell strongly what you would think of as blood, right? So like a coppery type of smell.
Sharp metallic.
Yeah, sharp metallic. There you go. So blood, not super fresh. Horses and men, right? Sweat, things like that.
Fear.
And then just this overwhelming smoke from the burned buildings. Lots of fear as well.
I'll tell Dill that's the smell of blood and death, son.
I think he's been having to put up with that for quite a while.
Yeah, yes.
Not on this scale, though, right?
No. Well, maybe.
We went through those planes.
Yeah,
and they
you
were
went
getting
through
pretty
a
bad.
war pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that would have been.
but not like this. I mean, it's a bit different with just the senseless violence of
Don't
Shadow
worry.
Spawn.
Do might as well make this all seem like a sunny day.
But you guys had seen, you three had seen that the curing shed beyond the farmhouse. How would you like to proceed?
And it's closed? The curing shed?
Yes, the door is closed. Let me see if I can. Is there a way to
what?
just get a new one of these areas and keep the map and still have you guys invited?
Yeah, I think you just scroll out and paste it adjacent to it or something, because you got the whole surface you can use
Here.
for a whiteboard.
So you guys come along the road. You had little farmhouses. Yeah. And then a little tiny curing shed right there. You guys are there. You see the little wisps of smoke coming out. The little curing shed there.
Okay. We see no other living things.
Yeah, you don't see. It doesn't look like there's anything living in the area. This does seem like it recently burned, though, within the past few days.
Okay.
But there's the shed is untouched, but there is smoke coming out of the chimney. That's what looked odd about it when you guys were coming up to the farmhouse here.
Okay. I'll look at Shogoth and kind of nod over to the shed.
Roll your shed charge damage.
I bet between the two of us,
You
we
probably
could take
knock
the
it down.
Yeah.
All right.
and toss in an arms Varus and Dita, and we could blast that thing to the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be
already
happy
fire
to know that Dill, when he leveled, has taken one rank or one level in armsman due to your teachings.
Okay, let's go check out the curing shed. There's
So,
obviously...
do you guys just want to walk up, or do you want to hide, or try and stealth your way up? Sorry.
No, I ain't stealthing.
Not this time.
Okay.
I'll blow my horn.
Oh no, I moved a tree.
Oh man, like I was thinking, like cowboy sayings, like "Let them know I'm coming" and "Hell's coming with me" type of thing.
Right,
But
yeah.
you're threatening demons essentially if they were Trollocs.
Right.
Right.
So,
Dark ones on our side.
That's what we like.
So, a few paces away from the shed as you approach, you start to smell the heady fragrance of tobacco. This curing shed in particular had been used to cure tobacco. The only entrance to the shed is the front door, which is closed.
Okay. I'll knock on it
Okay.
with my lance.
How big is this shed? Is like 10 feet by 10 feet?
So you just
Barn.
on your horse
Size at least, probably. Because
bashing it?
Okay.
it depends on how they do their curing, but usually you layer several layers
I
deep.
think this is
and then
supposed
light.
to represent the shed.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Then you
Okay.
light smoky fires beneath them to flavor the tobacco.
So it's big enough that it could hold many things in there.
Yeah. Let's see. There's no response from inside when you knock.
All right, well, I'll get down and go in. Everybody in here is under arrest.
Just a second. Let me take a look at this real quick.
If you scrawl a dragon's fang on it first,
Yeah.
they're all dark friends.
This is an illegal marijuana growing operation.
You got a license for all that tobacco?
Yeah.
I don't see the Queen's tax mark on this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'll put them in chokeholds.
How long exactly have you been avoiding Queen Morgaze's tax? Light illumine her.
Mm-hmm.
What are taxes?
My mother of God.
Dark friend.
Yeah, wasn't it?
In the Wheel of Time, they never really established how Elaine and Perrin were going to work out him just rising a kingdom up in the middle of her kingdom.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't Caitlin get pretty messed up?
it does.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would kind of be like, I dare you to do anything.
Well, there's no one
Yeah.
left to rule Camelin.
Well, Elaine survives.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Egwene. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I kind of feel like Saldae is free and clear for if Perrin wishes.
Yeah. But, like, he has, like, Two Rivers becomes its own kingdom while,
Yeah.
while he's there.
I think the Manetheren banner will be stronger than the Camelin.
Yeah.
But under the dragon's piece, if that was written into it, it would have been fixed,
True.
right?
Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, they'd probably just become like another city, or not
Yeah.
city state, but like, what's it called? Vassal? They'd become a
Yeah.
vassal to the throne.
But they worked out something in one of the last books. I
Yeah, I
just can't
remember
remember what
that
the
As you
details
guys
were.
are
Elaine had
approaching
been
Adina,
urged by it.
you sense somebody holding the power from inside.
We might have
shit.
found them.
What's that?
We might have found the Aes Sedai.
Oh, okay.
Or Aes Sedai.
This is before you guys, or you knocked on the door.
Declared everyone inside
Yeah.
dark friends and tax evaders.
Okay. Well, I'll shout then.
Well, actually, I think I might want to change how I say it. There's someone holding the power inside, or
Oh.
the source.
Right. Well, who could it be other than the Aes Sedai we're looking for?
Could be Wilders, Dark
Impossible.
Friends. It could be the Aes Sedai we chase.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, I suggest we go in, but I'll embrace the source.
Okay.
It's going to be fun, because Varen does know what an Adam is, because she was there.
Yeah.
Yep. So who is going up to the door?
Me.
You?
I'm
Okay.
gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, so there's no answer when you knock or call out, but you do know that somebody's in there from what Adina told you.
Can I open the door?
Yes. So,
I'll get down and I'll be a
Yeah,
few
I'll
feet
have
away
my
from
sword drawn.
okay.
I'll start prepping, like, hardened air to make a wall between me and whoever's on.
So do a reflex save when you open the door. As yeah.
21.
Okay. And then Adina, you can do a spot check.
Weave side or spot check?
Weave sight, sorry.
Oh, 17.
Okay, you Yeah, it says you see it. So you recognize arms of air, but your reflex negated it,
Nice.
is what it says. I don't know if that's completely true.
Yes, it is.
Is it reflex negate if you succeed?
If you're flinging something at them, or if you're flinging them at somebody else.
Okay,
Or it's
yeah.
like, no, it's a hit. You just rolled a hit. There's no actual save listed for arms of air.
What
like
does
an
it
attack
ask
roll?
to do that then?
If you're flinging something at somebody or somebody at something else, it's an
Oh,
attack
but to
roll.
fling them.
Yeah, it's a touch attack thing. But to just pick someone up, like
Is it the damage that you're negating then? Because it says attack does 1d4 points of damage, reflex save to negate. Or reflex save negates DC 12.
arms of air or
Arms of air.
Huh.
Yeah.
oh, in that book, that's a different
Yeah.
reading, isn't it? Because I think you get like 1d6 damage based on falling or on what's being flung.
Huh.
Right. So
Yeah,
like if you have
okay.
a stone, like every 25 pounds
Yep.
of solid thing is
I see it. We'll go with what this says. So I'm
and
gonna
that would be I think it's
I'm
just
gonna
a tackle.
assume that would be negating the damage.
It
right?
says it's an attack roll if
the
you're
book
flinging something.
may have designed it in such a way that it would be avoidable.
Yeah. So
Right?
just go with whatever you want, man.
Okay.
So it's not the steamroll.
Well, based off of
Anybody.
this next part here, it like I said, doesn't seem like the actual flinging part would be negatable.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like I think there's weaves that like Lana have that might not be in the book, like sense people and ward
Oh,
against people and stuff like that.
So that you think maybe it's his
So that-
landing that avoids it or something like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that it's reflex to avoid the damage essentially. Because the next part here is that you are hit by a blast of air, Cho'Gath, that throws you from the doorway. You land in a heap several paces back. The door slams shut inside, and all remains silent. So you didn't take any damage, but it flung you off of or away from the door.
Okay.
You did get a look when the door opened. There's a young girl inside, and she was armed with a dagger or a knife.
Okay.
She looks very frightened.
do I see her?
Yeah, if you were positioned in front of the doorway, anybody there would be able to see her.
All right.
She's the power against a person that's not a dark friend. We have to kill her.
She's a
Well, I think that's how you could tell that she wasn't Aes Sedai,
she's
or
too
she
young
may
for
be a
that.
dark friend. Yeah.
She's either taken very well to the slow aging, or she's not even initiated.
Let's burn the shed down.
Calm down, Cho'Gath. You don't seem hurt. She's a wilder.
Best way to get her out.
Hello.
Burn them out.
Do you want to use?
Diplomacy?
Yes.
Rafe might be better for this. 28.
Okay.
Don't worry.
No, that's pretty good.
Me and my companions won't hurt you. You have to be very careful. What you're doing right now is dangerous.
So, yeah, you don't have any problem kind of convincing her to not try and attack and to come out. Her biggest concern when you guys are talking seems to be making sure that you guys aren't robbers or white cloaks. As the woman, when she opens the door, is perhaps 16 years of age. Her hair is matted and disheveled, and she has clearly slept in her clothes for several days at least. She has a haunted look in her eyes and a quiver in her voice that hovers on the brink of hysteria. "This is our farm," she says, brandishing... she is not brandishing her dagger anymore. She put it away. She says, "By what right do you trespass here?"
We're on our way to Watch Hill. We didn't know anyone was here. We came to investigate. It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, you could have just been left here to whatever happened by.
So
Get back on my
after
horse.
kind of... What's that?
Let me get back on my horse. Because Adina had mentioned that there's shadow spawn in the area.
Okay.
And if it's not this girl, then they're somewhere nearby.
Yeah, same here. Keep an eye out.
What was your age?
I'm 21.
Okay. Yeah. So when you finish telling her that, she kind of I'm thinking of the word here. It looks like she almost like it kind of gives up, right? As finally exhaustion just takes her, and she collapses to the ground, and tears roll from her eyes. She says that her name is Maddie Lewin, and she says that I live here. This is my family farm, and they burned it. They burned it and cut down my ma and pa because, and for a moment she pauses, trying to keep her tears in check. Because of me, because I can do things, I can see things. I saw my pa a few days ago all cut up and bleeding in the field. He didn't believe me, of course, no one ever does, but then they came and cut him down. I guess they heard about what I can do. They called us Dark Friends, and between sobs, she says that the White Cloaks did this.
I don't know. Adina isn't really one for comforting people, so I'll kind of like pat her
Okay.
on the head. Don't worry. I know you're not a dark friend, and you have an amazing ability, but we need to get out of here. There are Trollocs nearby, and they're far worse than White Cloaks.
So Dill will actually come down off the horse and
They're good people, I swear.
yeah, I mean, he's like telling her that
I've killed all sorts of people since I met them.
his mom and dad were killed by bandits and robbers too, and these guys killed them all because they got revenge for me. And so if you come with us, they'll do that for you too, I'm sure.
Asterix, we actually cannot seek revenge for you.
Yeah.
It was by happenstance that it occurred.
Yes.
But he'll lead her to the horse, or his horse,
Okay.
and then you guys can continue on from there with her in tow.
What was her name?
Maddie,
That's what I thought.
Maddy, Maddie Lewin.
Maddie, you wouldn't happen to know a place around here? How late is it?
It's afternoon right now, so getting close to time to find camp for today.
Where we could possibly find a safe camp, do you? Figure putting her to work might take her mind off stuff.
Yeah, she does. She says that there's a place. Let me pull that map up again. So that there's a place not far from here in the trees to the to the east.
All right. This here is Falk,
Is this
and I'll point to Falk. You'll
area right there?
you'll ride with him and show him, so that way he doesn't miss it. He would get lost if you probably didn't show him. Okay,
Okay.
it's very important.
And as you guys go, she lets you know. She goes on to say that this is, me and my family were hiding here when the White Cloaks came. When they couldn't find her, they ended up killing her, the family that had stayed on the farm. As you guys pass it, she mentions that she buried her parents in the apple orchard, and she's been hiding in that shed ever since. She does mention that
Was there an odd man leading the White Cloaks?
she doesn't
Ah,
know, but she does know that they're supposed to be camped outside of Watch Hill, and that she does know that there are Trollocs as well. She's seen them.
Perhaps she should ride with Dill.
she is riding with Dill. Dill's riding with you.
I've got 3 people on my horse.
No, he's got his own.
He's
horse.
got his own horse. She does mention that she won't go to Watch Hill, though, if that's where you guys are going. And she will ride with you to the hiding spot, but she says that she won't go to Watch Hill. She's scared that the White Cloaks will kill her too.
Well, depending on where our friends might be waiting, or they wouldn't be friends. The people we seek might be hiding. We might not be going to Watch Hill either if it's surrounded by White Cloaks.
So it doesn't take very long to find the area that she is talking about, and it is a pretty nice area to set up a pretty small camp.
All right, let's ward it. Now that I can tie off weaves.
Did you learn some wards from her too?
I know words. It's one of my talents. But I'll do barrier to sight, which turns our camp invisible.
Okay.
And it will be... You probably wouldn't need too big, right? 25
Yeah.
foot radius, 10 foot radius?
That should be more than enough, honestly, because it's not a huge area. It's just a small clearing in the little copse of trees that's there.
All right. If Falk is going to go ranging at all, I'll warn you to remember exactly where we are.
Are you going to do any scouting?
I'll do some. I'm not going to get too far away, but I want to make sure that there aren't any actual Trolloc camps near us.
How far out do you want to go?
Probably not more than, say, like 1,000 yards, and just kind of see what I can see in all directions.
Okay. Are you going to try to reach out to any of the wolves?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Tentatively.
And you see you do get, and somehow you're able to kind of judge distance, like how far away they are.
Yeah.
But
and I'm pretty weak in it right now, so they have to be fairly close.
yeah, I was gonna say it kind of seems like they're in and out of the range. So you'll get flashes that come through, and then all of a sudden it stops, and then it'll pick up a little bit later and continue on, but you kind of miss a little bit. And they will help you, but the biggest thing that you get is danger. Do you guys remember what what the heck was his name? Slayer or Lord, whatever what they called him.
What do you mean?
The wolves.
I think Slayer was.
That's what the wolves call. Okay, so yeah, you're getting you are getting the visions of a man named that they're calling Slayer, and it's afterwards just a feeling of loss comes through, and it's images of him killing wolves.
Okay.
And then danger.
Okay. So I'll keep an eye out for someone killing wolves.
But in your ranging there, you don't find any signs of fresh Trolloc tracks or camps.
Okay. So yeah, I'll spend the evening. Then I'm still just trying to come to terms with what's going on.
Yeah, you'll actually have the night pretty much to go over. The rest of the night, there aren't any wolves that are close enough to communicate with you.
Okay.
But when you go to bed, you'll slip back into really vivid dreams again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Once I finish my ranging, I'll come back and say that it looks like the Trollocs haven't been through this area in the last little.
Can you find the camp, though?
Can I find the camp?
Yeah, it's invisible.
Yeah, Adina warded it, so
that's why I was warning you to remember exactly
where it is.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay. Yeah, so about 10 feet from the camp, you'd see nothing, and then you'd take a step, and we'd all be there.
I'm gonna shiver when that happens. It means I touched the power again.
So the night itself passes uneventfully. And with the information that you have from Maddie and Loyal, you will reach Watch Hill by about midday today. You will also, at that point, reach the White Cloak encampment, which is just outside of Watch Hill.
Okay. At some point while we're camping, I want to ask Rafe if wolves really did come and help us fight against the Trollocs.
Okay. You had seen that there were a couple wolves.
Unfortunately, in Rafe's account of battles, other people's actions are very, very subdued.
So you swung your sword and a wolf leapt from the blade?
No, it's more
He doesn't look at anything from the waist down.
He doesn't have like
hamstringing.
the battle mind
Yeah.
quite yet, so it's more just tunnel vision.
Okay.
And he can try to piece things together from the fallout of like how things look. The only thing he saw was Cho'Gath land a mighty blow, and then he was trying to wheel the Amerlin seed around and get in a good position, and Trollocs were coming at him, and they hit him hard, and Amerlin was biting and hoofing.
Yeah. But everywhere your sword breaker touched, the Trollocs twisted and contorted under the awesome might of your blade.
Until you landed the last blow on one, which killed the Myrddraal too.
So I haven't written that last battle yet. But,
Okay.
but probably depends. Probably not. I didn't put it in the notes, so.
Okay. I'll ask after Rafe leaves me completely with no answers.
What, wolves?
I'm becoming more and more convinced that I'm actually imagining it, and I'm going insane.
Okay, were you talking about the ones we fought near the river?
The wolves? No. When we fought the Trollocs in the last fight, there were some wolves that came to our aid.
The Amarillion.
Oh.
The Amarillion seat hamstrung several Trollocs, but you did a good job teaching her.
But yeah, then after he can't recall, I'm going to go and ask Cho'Gath if there were wolves that assisted us in fighting the Trollocs.
Yes, there were wolves. Is this something new or something old come again?
You guys also notice that Falk's eyes are...
That's next level.
They're starting to become yellow. You're not quite there, but they have a jaundicey tint to them. That's exactly what I always pictured when they started mentioning Perrin's eyes, was like just a jaundice.
What color were your eyes originally?
Brown.
Maybe they just turned like hazel. There's some of those people that have hazel eyes that really pick up light.
Yeah.
So yeah, could still look in the normal range.
Rafe's noticing you now.
Yeah. Oh, you have beautiful hazel eyes.
I know that battle can get one's blood up, but I don't think we're quite that far yet. Perhaps you should talk to Adina.
Is there anything else anybody would like to do at camp?
I don't know. Maybe drop 400 pounds of water on Falk. He's been asking for it lately.
I don't think there's that much water here, though.
It could be 400 pounds of dirt.
Okay.
Small tree.
Yeah, you could find that.
I'm joking.
But yeah, as long as there's nothing anybody else wants to do, and your night here passes uneventfully, and you can start out in the morning. Maddie says that she is going to remain to defend the farm.
I would very much prefer it if you were to stick with us. We might not be going into Watch Hill. Falk will go in and search around. Falk and Rafe, see if it is safe. We'll not let the White Cloaks hurt you.
Yeah, she refuses.
Oh, killer.
She says, "I will not go to Watch Hill under any circumstances, even death."
Coup de grace.
As if you kill her and try and move her body just like into the ground, and you can't pull it. But if you guys travel normal speed, like I said, midday you'll reach Watch Hill and ye old encampment. So, the village of Watch Hill is aptly named, for it covers a large round hill from top to bottom. The surrounding lands, broken into patchwork of farm fields for almost a mile on all sides, seem oddly untouched by the chaos engulfing the region. It even appears that the closest fields are still being tended, though no one can be seen in them now. The village itself consists of 1- and 2-story buildings with thatched roofs, tightly packed along the dirt roads that lead into what appears to be a village green at the top of the hill. One large structure, the only building in town with a tile roof, dominates the eastern side of the green, yet even this building is overwhelmed by the size of the military encampment that sprawls across the fields to the west of the village. So when you guys arrive, and there's tons of movement in the encampment itself, and the encampment is all white cloaks. And they're everywhere in the camp, they're everywhere in the town. You do see them doing patrols around the encampment as well. And then the village people are out and about. They are wary, but seem to be going about normal, routine, daily routines. You guys have arrived at this town of Watch Hill. So, where would you like to go?
Do we just go in the town?
Nowhere. Bloody white cloaks.
You guys are
'Cause I
on
would
the
not-
outskirts right now. You haven't not entered the encampment
'cause
yet
I
either.
would like to not go into the
Yeah,
town.
we gotta
Okay.
stay away from.
I
those
would like to
clubs.
stay a little ways away and possibly be invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the White Cloak encampment encircle the entire town?
No.
It's just on the western edge.
Yeah, it's just on the edge of town there. And, I mean, it is quite larger than any other White Cloak encampment you have seen yet.
But you said that they were patrolling around and in the town?
Yeah, I mean, you see what you would now, I'm sure since you've seen it quite often, assume is patrols.
I'm going to need at least 5 houses with fire.
No.
But anyway, I think if the Aes Sedai are in the town, I don't think they would have remained there long with the White Cloak encampment around.
Right.
Perhaps you can go and look.
Yeah,
see if
go
you can
gather
find
information.
Yeah.
That's not one of my strong suits, so
I better go along to keep Falk out of trouble.
Yeah, my pointer finger will. So it looks like I'm pointing at Falk, but I'm really pointing at Rafe.
Okay.
Yes, Rafe, would you like to come help me find?
Say, White Cloaks, have you seen any Aes Sedai about?
There's a town beyond the encampment.
So,
It shouldn't be a problem. I kill your kind.
oddly enough, all of your encounters with the White Cloaks so far, they are usually harassing townsfolk when they're near towns or in towns. That's not happening here.
Townsfolk ain't taking none of that.
No, they're not bothering the townsfolk, and townsfolk aren't like hostile towards them, and they're actually seem pretty grateful to them.
Okay. That makes sense. I'd be kind of grateful to some bastards if they were protecting me from demons.
Yeah, I mean, and you do hear talk about it, and for who was going in, Rafe and Falk.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do hear some chatter between townsfolk just on your way in, and even can hear some conversations between White Cloaks of how many Trollocs they killed as a whole the night before, even. Right? You get the impression very quickly that it it's almost a nightly thing that they're fighting Trollocs.
Okay.
Where would you like to go first? So, like I said, the town itself was mainly 1- and 2-story buildings. There's the one large structure. It was the only building in town with a tiled roof, and it dominated the eastern side of the green. That is pretty quickly identifiable as an inn.
I think
Well,
that's probably the best location.
If these Aes Sedai are anything like Adina, then they'll be in the fanciest place there is.
You mean the only place there is?
Yep.
But it's always fancier.
So, the large building with tiled roof seems to be Watch Hill's only inn. A sign above the door shows a white boar on a blue background. Its shutters are drawn, and when you try the door, it is locked. Though, you do hear people inside.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay. So after a few moments, the inn's proprietress comes to the door. When she opens it, she doesn't open it invitingly or all the way, and she asks you to identify yourselves.
Travelers vacationing.
My name is Ragul, and this is my good friend Fallon.
As she eyes
look
your
at you
clothing and says, "Well, you don't look like white cloaks.
No,
So,
ma'am.
are you refugees? Are you robbers?"
Not yet.
Champions
no.
of the Creator, Mr.
Wait, what?
Shake hands with the creator.
Champions of the
Oh.
Creator.
No, I just that's exactly what I heard. Is shake hands. It's like, whoa,
Shake
okay.
hands with the creator, miss.
Don't waylay us either, and
I like
then you
that.
strike her down.
There's a good cowboy Wheel of Time saying.
I'll send you off to shake hands with the creator.
So, as long as you don't identify yourselves as white cloaks or robbers, then she will let you in.
Though she might think you're touched in the head. Going,
We're
starting to think that
surveyors
myself.
or
Surveyors.
scholars and surveyors. We're in
Okay.
search of ancient gold.
treasures. We need to just get you a
So-
cloak.
She asks if you'll be wanting. She says, "I suppose that you'll be wanting rooms." Well, I'll tell you now. We're full up. If you don't mind being a little cramped, I might be able to make some room in the attic.
No, mistress. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Sorry, her name is
Boondabar.
I'll give her a name. Boone.
Down Ellen DeKin.
Yeah, mistress.
She says that you can call her Auntie L, like most of the town does.
Okay. We actually don't need rooms. We're just wanting to quench our thirsts.
Okay.
Perhaps grab a bite.
Are they a dry town now?
Better not be.
Like, isn't that a thing for the white cloaks to do? Because I know a lot
Oh,
of the higher ups
probably.
were really kind of
Yeah.
not supposed to be drinking, but they could do it because they were
Higher
ranking.
ups, yeah.
And that one becomes an alcoholic. But wasn't that most likely because he was around Fane?
Probably.
So the inside of the White Boar is actually pretty busy.
Okay.
So she, shortly after you guys go in and sit down, she does actually open the inn up. She says that she typically has to close down just to cook because the girl that she had helping her ended up getting killed by
Trollocs?
robbers the other
Oh, Robert.
Oh,
You seem
a
really
few weeks ago.
truly pained in having to say that.
What's
Wait,
that?
says-
The look on your face, you look truly pained.
it was his
that
favorite
you-
NPC.
Yeah, I liked her quite a bit.
He had been waiting this whole time to get
Yeah.
to this section in the campaign.
Gently rubbing the
I
words
love
she
this.
speaks on the page.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, He's talked about massacres before with like Stoneface, and then that one NPC dying from robbers was traumatizing.
The inn pretty quickly fills up though with mostly townfolk.
All right. Well, I'll take a glance around and see if I can spot the women we're looking for just by chance.
Okay. You do not see any women matching the description of Varen or Alana. If you'd like to, you can do a gather information to ask around, though.
Yeah, I think I might get with Falk and just say we have to conceal what we know about them and perhaps just go off of the description of the women. So these are our women. You got the great fat one, and I'll take the other one. So we're looking for them.
Could she be my aunt?
No, you're
She was
Paramore?
your
pretty
paramour.
old.
There we go.
I don't think I could be a paramour.
The point being, just go off their description maybe in our gather information.
So yeah, go ahead and do gather informations.
Excuse me, I seek my paramour. She is slight, plump, and wears drab clothing.
That's what he told me to say.
No, I said the great.
I am the great paramour.
The great one.
Is that a mixture of the Dark One and the Creator?
Okay, so
Yes.
That's a 19 with my modifier in there.
okay,
If you can
nice,
add that.
nice roll, Falk.
Yes. Too bad I have a 0 modifier to it.
Yeah,
I can aid you.
from afar.
All right, what does that come out to for you, Falk?
A 20.
Okay. So you guys are asking about the women, and you don't get information about them, but what you do get, Rafe, you find information that the Children of the Light are looking for a dark friend who caused the slaughter of a White Cloak Legion at the Battle of Fall May. Falk, you find out that there has been that dissension exists in the White Cloak camp between Dane Bornhold, the commander, and a man named Ordith.
Dane Bornhold, that's not the...
That's not the one that you guys had seen, but the last name sounds familiar.
Okay.
I'm suddenly very nervous, thinking that must be me
Yeah, that's
that they're thinking about.
Go ahead and do another gather information. So that would have been an hour.
Jimmer.
That's GMer.
Okay, rolling a d6. Oh.
Don't worry about it.
We should make gather any charisma check you make is actually to see if you're known.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
What is your...
+7 to my roll.
Okay.
Plus 0 to mine.
So, Rafe, you learn in this hour that a caravan of Tuatha has been seen in the area. Their presence is yet another bad omen. And, Falk, you learn that Trollocs have attacked many farms in the area in Emmons Field. A hunter of the Horn is organizing the villagers to defend themselves.
What's his name?
Lord Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and do, if you would like to spend a third hour.
You know what? We came in at noon.
Yes.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You'll have to roll me out of here in a wheelbarrow.
Rafe, what was yours?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
18.
So you learn, Falk, that the Children of the Light are preventing anyone from crossing the River Terran, effectively cutting off the two rivers from the outside world.
So they're the one that shut down the ferry.
Rafe, you learn that a woman that matches the description of a woman not matching the description of the woman you're asking about. She came through about a week ago, traveling alone. She went to the blacksmith's apparently to have a horse reshod. and then left town immediately after, although it's quite unusual for a lady to travel alone, and that few noble ladies ever visit Two Rivers.
So I'm like, have you seen a woman who's such and such? And he's like, no, but let me tell you
But
about
there was a
another
noble
woman.
woman back here about a week ago.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, that does seem kind of odd.
But questions that, when you inquire about a woman, seem to lead to the blacksmith. As that's what people remember, is that there was a lady
Okay.
that visited came through visiting, went and visited the blacksmith.
Worth checking out, I guess.
I agree.
You also, Falk, get directed to, the person that you're talking to hasn't seen anybody, but you might check with the wisdom. She probably know.
Sounds good.
She got a dragon's fang scrawled on her door yet?
She is a dragon's fang.
Oh,
All right. So after we converge, I'll suggest I go talk to the wisdom while he goes and follows up the lead with the blacksmith.
Okay. So let's handle Rafe first. So the blacksmith, his name is Gren Almar. He is a husky young man with bushy reddish-brown beard and a permanently sullen expression. Do you, when you go there, he's currently working and says that he'll be with you in a minute. When he's gonna have you wait about 15 minutes, and then he'll ask what you need repaired or made.
Nothing. I actually came to ask after a lady that was here a while back.
Okay.
Give me 15 minutes, boy. A Damani came through a while back, showed me a thing or two.
He when you ask for information, he snorts, shakes his head, and goes back to what he was doing. Says, ain't got time for information. And what you see that he's working on is a pair of manacles. And he says that he's got too much to do to be sitting around jabbering all day.
You can remain standing. Well, it'll be real quick, sir. I'd offer you some gold for the time. Silver for the time.
Yeah, so he stops hammering and says that go on, ask your questions.
Well, I'll launch into the backstory, overly elaborate backstory about my cousin and I were surveyors looking for ancient artifacts in the region. We came here with our women, and they ran off on us, as they are wont to do. So I heard a woman came here.
His eyes kind of narrow a bit at that, and says, "Well, I did have a woman come by here, but she definitely wasn't attached to anybody."
Yeah, she might have been saying that.
That dirty dog.
He asks you, did you describe who you were looking for?
Yeah. So we determined that Alana was a Terran
Yeah.
woman. So yeah, I'll give that description, and then that my cousin.
Or wait, are you talking about the Aes Sedai you're chasing, or the ones you're actually looking for?
Yeah, well, I'll give that description, and then
Okay.
if that's nothing, then I'll inquire more about this other woman.
So he, when you mention her, or when you give the description of Krylin, as he says, yeah, that's the one. As she came through here about a week ago.
Oh, is that the coin?
One
the-
gave the coin to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh,
And he,
That's the wife I was hoping not to find.
yeah, he says that he wouldn't have figured that she would have the way that she was demanding things she would have
Oh,
ever
no.
found a husband.
She
but...
is a demanding woman. I'll tell you the equation, how it works for her. You have X, which represents the number of gifts you give her, plus 2 equals Y is the amount that she'd actually be happy with. So it's always impossible to make her happy.
He says that, yeah, she did pass through here about 8 mornings ago, and she headed, when she left town, she went south, which would be towards the,
Meyer.
Meyer. Yeah.
The coin thief went south.
Or, I'm sorry, it's, that map, you'll need to, I guess, look at sideways. Mountains of Mist would be west. Meyer is east, or I guess southeast, because you got to go directly south to reach Emmons Field. And that's the way that she went, south.
Well, thank you for your information, sir. And I'll give him a couple of marks.
Okay.
Okay, so when he said that she was heading south, she was heading towards Emmons Field.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, the wisdom. So the wisdom's name is Adele Galen. She is a cheerful, red-cheeked woman of late middle age who has been wisdom of Watch Hill for many years.
Middle age, so like 14.
Yeah.
At least for this area. They had a sudden.
What would you like to inquire?
Well, I'll ask, following along the same lines as was in the tavern, if she knows where my paramour is.
And you are describing
Varen.
Varen. Okay.
Oh man, the wisdom might get ideas.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about when he described her.
Just say she's gone prematurely gray-haired.
No, it'll be along the lines of, I know
So
her age is
she's
looked down upon,
saying
but-
that she does not know anybody matching that description, but I will have you do a sense motive.
I don't know if you want me to bother with that.
See if you can get a bonus for your sense of smell that hasn't come through yet.
I will add a bonus, not for that though.
The 14.
Okay, so you get the sense that she is not being truthful. She actually looks a little unnerved that you had described Varen.
Stabber.
She doesn't use the name, but you know when you start describing the person that you're looking for, she first looks surprised, then worried, and then tries to tell you that she doesn't know anybody that matches that description.
I'll kind of key off that and say, you have seen her. You do know where she is. Please tell me where she is.
My paramour has that effect on people.
I'm in love with her.
Yes.
She just goes on to continue to claim that she hasn't seen her, and starts making excuses that she has wounded to treat.
Okay. And knowing that, Aes Sedai aren't typically smiled upon by the White Cloaks, I will...
Or anyone.
You can get the sense that there's very good reason for anybody helping a Aes Sedai to keep that under wraps.
I'll try and just physically step in front of her, Levy, and say she's in great danger with this many White Cloaks around.
She says that I don't know the person that you're looking for, and rather rudely. Whereas everything before, she was, even when she was lying to you and looking worried, she still had a cheerful tone to her voice at least. But and then pushes past.
I'm going to follow her.
See if you can use Perrin's to Varen bonus.
Yes. And if not parents, then I'll borrow Cho'Gath's.
Oh yeah, he at least counts as 3 to Varen.
So she goes into a house.
Put that on my sheet.
Yeah.
Where is it? She goes into one of the houses in the town. It doesn't give me an exact location, but and then shuts the door, and the shutters. Excuse me, the shutters there are drawn.
I'll go up and I'll knock on the door.
Okay. A different lady answers the door and asks, "What do you need?"
I'll tell her that I'm
can I
here
do for
seeking
you?
my companion.
She says that your companion wouldn't be here, as this is the meeting for the women's circle, and women's circle is no man's business.
Well, I'll tell her that the wisdom told me that she was here and that I must see her right away. And I'll give her a description of...
The indomitable
Very.
will of Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh man. You're hanging out with Rafe too much.
It's your fault. You always send us
But-
up.
Yeah.
She says
You
that
gotta
there's
stop sending us
It's
out
because
by ourselves.
Cho'Gath's
She
at
says
least
that there's
decent.
nobody
Gotta keep him
here
from you guys.
with by that or that matches that description. There's no one in this house that matches that description. We've got lots of important matters to attend to for the town. I'd ask you to kindly leave my doorstep.
I'm going to sit down on the doorstep.
Light that house on fire.
All right. Yeah, I mean they're going to close the door and go about their business, but when they come out, they'll have their cudgels.
You can do a poetry reading.
After a few minutes, I'm going to begin walking around the house.
When we go through and edit this, John,
So
carefully select every time we say light the house on fire. That
Yeah.
way we can do a big smash cut of us just saying light it on fire.
burn
Also,
it down.
increase the
Like the house.
volume by like
Right.
500%.
Burn it.
So while you're waiting, or I guess while you're going around the house, you draw the attention of 6 white cloaks
Run.
Okay.
that are doing a patrol through town. What weapons did you bring into the town?
I would have just brought my longsword.
Okay.
Is your horse in your backpack?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they're gonna stop you and question you.
Okay.
You don't look familiar. What is your business, and do you walk in the light?
Yes, I walk in the light. I am the champion's... Or...
Creator's champion.
yes, I am a champion of the creator.
Shake the hand of the creator.
Shake the hand of the creator. What? As they're going to ask you your name and where you're from as well.
And I will tell them the truth. I'll tell them my name is Falk. I'm from the northern lands of Andor.
And the creator has blessed me to command all of his creatures. Dude, you might...
He hasn't quite gone that far yet. But
Yeah, but that fire, that ember that's burning of zeal might actually out zeal the White Cloaks.
Yeah.
Get them nervous.
We're going to have a zeal off in the middle of the street. Right here, right now.
Does it involve, like, crumping?
I figure it would just be a lot of posing and staring intently at each other with that fire burning eyes.
What about burning
Non
witches?
sequiturs in
Yeah,
dogma. Yeah.
burning witches. Who can do the best light off?
Yes.
Who can stack the pyre the fastest? Oh, but I can burn my witches alive because I can shield them from the power. And how can you do that? Because I'm the creator's champion. Duh.
What was your response to the question of what you're doing here?
I'll tell them that the women's circle is meeting and there is one of them that I need to speak with.
So one of them you see is I'm sorry, it's the wrong part there. One of them, the one that's talking to you, says that you match the description of a known dark friend in the area, and that you need to come with him for questioning back to their encampment.
Oh, what'd you say?
What dark friend would that be?
Jeez.
Is that something they'll tell anyone that they think is suspicious?
Yeah. I mean, it's standard White Cloak procedure,
So
it
it's-
seems like. Yeah.
And what are you searching my car for?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I
It's,
smell marijuana.
yeah,
you can
it-
let me search now.
They
or I
don't
can
give
get the
you
dog
any
down here.
real information about it. It's just, again,
describe you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you match the description, and the description they give is basically you.
That's impossible. I'm a champion.
It
of
was,
the creator.
but yeah, they want you to come back to their encampment for questioning.
Mhm. Tell them
Are you channeling the creator now?
Yes, I'll tell them that I'll be happy to join them in their encampment as soon as my business here is done.
There's nothing quite like submitting to the question of honorable, righteous men. Your
As,
whole camp may question me all night long.
They
if
said
need be.
that, or they say, or he says, sorry, that that you don't have, as long as you walk in the light, you don't have anything to fear.
I'll tell them, you're right, I have nothing to fear. But at the moment, I am busy.
So you get the impression that at this point, if you don't go with them or essentially figure out a way to get out of leave them, it will become dangerous.
And there's a
When do white cloaks begin threatening innocent men and women on the street?
He says, Sensei. Always.
Kind
It's our
of our
bread
thing.
and butter, boy.
Do you truly walk in the light?
Of course I do. But a dark friend such as yourself accusing me, that's
start-
laughable.
Rolling out a leather thing with pincers and irons in it. I'll do this right here. You don't know me.
And then that you shock
So-
them by peeling off your own fingernail.
Yes.
At this time, Rafe has finished with his questioning of the blacksmith, and you do see him going back towards the inn.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I see them?
You do. Yeah, you see him talking with the white cloaks, and he's in a different area of town than where you guys had gotten directions for the wisdom.
Okay.
As you remember your previous dealings with white cloaks in cities when you were
Yeah.
in Camelin as well.
Well, I'll try to go spring them.
Okay.
So as I approach, I'll be like, cousin, there you are. Come along now, cousin. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll walk through the midst of them.
Touched in the head.
And I'll be like, don't wander off like that on me again, cousin. Pardon me, gentlemen. Go in the light, and then I'll start trying to take them off.
They're going to ask you, of course, I'll ask you, who are you? Do you know this man? And the standard, do you walk in the light?
Yeah, well, I'll be like, pardon, Captain. If we could just speak a little bit of ways from, you know.
Yeah, he'll step over to the side with you.
I can take 6 white cloaks. I'll draw my sword.
You're in camp.
His lance has reach.
Jeez.
I was hoping you'd forget that I stayed out.
Actually, I might be able to take 6 white cloaks, depending on what level they are.
It's the rest of the encampment.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I'll say that, yeah, well,
I don't
have
take
enough
them
houses.
that man is
I'm
my
blaming
cousin,
them.
but see, the problem
Sure.
is
So I-
he's not entirely right in the head since his mother died, and every town or farm we stop by, he will ask after her. He doesn't believe that she really died. He's just grief-stricken, and he's left in my care. So, actually, you know what? You can take him. I'm out of here.
As, yeah,
He's all yours.
he eyes you a little bit and then
no,
looks
no.
over at Falk
Are you pacing again?
and says that
I'm probably at least staring at the wisdom door.
he'll tell you to get him out of here, as the children have serious work to do.
Yes,
around here.
Captain. Of course, Captain. Many pardons.
But yeah, they will let you leave at this without forcing you back to their camp for some light S&M.
I'll be admonishing Falk, but I'm not saying anything, just shaking my finger at you as we just come around the corner or something.
No.
Ah!
But I'll say
old-
the Aes Sedai that we seek is in that building.
Is she?
But they won't let me in.
Yes. I can see why. Well, we know where she is. We can always come back. And I found out some other information about the dirty coin thief, which I think is more pressing than the Aes Sedai.
What coin thief?
The one who took the coin.
You're talking to Falk here.
Yeah.
You know, we had dinner with in her house in
Oh.
Kanshiko.
You got to start from
That was a long
Camelin.
time
Okay,
ago.
so first we were in Cayman. Remember?
Why would you call her a coin thief? You gave it to her.
I don't know how it all worked out. All I know is that I didn't want her to have it any longer.
I
And
send him away.
I wasn't even in the room when that happened.
it's a big event. You should remember these things.
I wasn't there.
I think
It's
you
sort
were
of the-
with him when he got the coin, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He came in and he got the coin, but he never said anything about wanting it back and her refusing to give it back.
Oh no, you were in there when they presented the gift
when
at the
he
very
gave
beginning.
the coin.
Yeah,
But then I left.
Exactly.
And I didn't catch any of the rest of what
Okay.
happened.
Although, like, Falk's confused because he's calling her a coin thief.
yeah.
She was gifted the coin.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gave her the coin. It's not like she snuck into our camp and stole it.
No. The payment of a gift is to be gracious. She was not gracious. She did not pay for it.
Therefore, theft.
But as we're walking, I'm like, okay, so she's in the house. What do you want to do about it? Those white cloaks aren't going to let us just wait around any longer. We can't very well break into the bloody women's flaming circle.
Oh,
I can.
you got a flint and steel?
No, but
I can take all the white cloaks. I say to these two.
Andy can take the women too.
We know, but you're the land of our story,
I
so
say
you
it
just don't
through my
happen to be
horn.
around.
Say it just
You
through
could
the
be
lance,
standing
which
on the end
doubles
of
as
your
a horn.
lance,
Yeah.
which will reach them.
You walk it just comes in, scene left. I can take all the white clothes.
no, but once the women's circle leaves, which they will eventually have to do.
They'll have to.
Especially
Everybody
after
gets
we
hungry.
fire the house.
Especially once you light it on fire.
Yep.
I'm stamped that.
I just need an already kind of established configuration.
We're not trying to destroy the city or the town or the entire Two Rivers.
Fire is purifying,
Yeah.
and sometimes you need stuff to burn so that it can grow stronger.
There's trees that can't.
What Adina
Reproduce
means
without
is that death
burning,
by
so-
fire is the clean, or the
That's why I
cleanest
plan to
death.
die by
Yeah.
burning myself out.
Yeah, I've seen her work. It haunts my dreams.
Well, my suggestion is we take this information back to Adina, and she can have that channeler she has on the leash send a message via the one power to Varen.
Okay.
How far outside of town did you guys make camp?
Oh wait.
Next to the white cloak.
Right next to him. Practically neighbors. Share
mind
the
the
same
leash.
outhouse.
Yeah, don't mind the leash. I'm going to use the one power right now.
Yeah.
Now you see.
Well, they would probably congratulate you on a job well done, chaining a channeler like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because they probably
Give
heard
you a job.
rumors about Dark Friends.
Yeah.
Siding with the Aes Sedai. So
Okay, so you guys have successfully avoided being put to the question by the White Cloaks again. What would you like to do with the various informations you've gathered?
I'll pass everything that I got on.
So back to camp?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
the white cloaks know I'm here. We're here because of what we did in Falme. Tinkers are in the area. Kill on site.
what is it? It's like getting
Here to
close to
steal
sunset.
the... Yeah. Well, yeah.
3-4 hours. Something like that.
Yeah, you've been there for about 4 hours. So when you get back, probably a couple hours till sunset.
And the coin thief was in town recently, headed south.
Do you know what he means by that?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what he meant by that.
That's his vindictive trait.
Out of all the things that have happened.
Yeah, well, he gave her the coin as a gift, and she didn't even look at it. And
It's very
somebody took it
insulting.
away. Oh, thank you.
Here comes a lord into her house, gives her a gift. That doesn't even mean anything.
Yeah, that's why we should have burned her house down.
Burn her house down.
It's her house, though.
It wasn't even, yeah.
Doesn't
It
matter.
was the Panarchs.
One house is the same as
We
another.
need to get someone whispering that and just play it in the background.
Well, I
Constantly.
can just take it. So I figured that things like that will be like the during the Death Watch productions, and then the title page.
Stole my baby.
Yeah,
We just need to like put
the coin thief burn her house down.
in the background, and as like watching Shin, as it gets closer and we
Yeah,
get close towards
have
the
it
end, gets
whispered
louder.
before somebody mentions
Yeah.
it, so it's like somebody
So
starts
it's
giving
just
us
slipping
the
the
Do we
suggestion.
get bonus experience if we are able to resist in the next games or campaign, like a different campaign, right? So it's like, all right, we're playing Shadowrun. You all get 25 extra karma because you didn't burn any houses down.
I think we have to avoid breaking fingers as well,
Yeah, breaking fingers.
throwing people off of buildings.
Well, towers.
Yeah.
I don't think I.
topless towers.
Yeah.
X, X, X.
Actually, that's a good name for a strip club.
Yeah, I like it. This is what happens when we have quiet moments.
But you only hire strippers that are over 6 feet tall.
I
I
like it.
like that.
So
That could be terrifying.
Yeah.
Or they have to wear shoes that make them.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. That could
Yeah.
put you in like the 5'7", 5'8" range. Or something.
We've gone off topic.
yeah, I noticed. All right, so after about half an hour in camp, do you guys have any type of watch set right now?
The normal.
Okay.
Yeah, the normal.
We put Dill in a tree.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, he'll call down that there's someone coming.
He's supposed to use a bird call from the borderlands.
Okay, he will.
It's
bird
once like a
call.
brown owl and
Yeah.
twice like a barn owl.
Is there different calls for the levels of danger?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a general call of someone he doesn't perceive as dangerous approaching.
Okay. I'll blow my horn to wake everybody up.
Oh, it's not nighttime yet.
Oh, okay.
This is 30 minutes after they got back to camp.
Why have we all developed narcolepsy?
I just don't get to
long
use
day.
my horn enough, you know.
You use it all the time.
If you guys look out there, Falk, you recognize this as the lady that opened the door
Oh,
to tell you that there was no one in the house with that description.
Were you followed?
begin walking out to meet her. Obviously, I was.
Um,
I'll
Either that or a channeler sensed another channel there. I don't know.
not at this distance, but I'll walk. What's her name? A little ways into the woods and hang her leash on a tree.
Okay.
And tell her, keep your voice down.
all right.
I fully expected her just to stop at hangar.
Are you going to come back out, or are you going to stay in there with her?
Oh, I'm gonna leave her there.
Okay.
I suspect to come back and find her retching.
So when you get back out there, she had waited for you to come out specifically. She seems more comfortable addressing a woman than guys.
It's understandable.
So-
They're idiots.
But she's a middle-aged woman, fair of face and stout of build. She tells you that her name is Tara Barster, and she addresses Adina and says that your men have been asking after women visiting our town. I sit on the women's circle here at Watch Hill. What's your business, them asking all these questions?
What exactly were they asking?
They were asking if anybody had seen women matching the description, claiming that they were their betrothed.
Paramore.
Or
Paramour.
paramour, sorry. And
She wouldn't have me be her.
And what was it? Your love or something like that? Yeah.
My sweet.
There's his suite. Yeah.
I'll arch an eyebrow at Falk. That explains a lot.
It was Rafe's idea.
Sure it was, Falk. One of these days you need to take responsibility. You just can't always blame it on Rafe.
Yes, I can.
She
It will always be true.
She also inquires, who exactly are you looking for?
I'll pay her respect. Like, I'll incline my head towards her. I am. What were we going with before?
Oh,
I'll go with Rona.
okay.
I am Rona, and I'm seeking the women that they question about, so I can deliver a very important message to them.
Okay.
More lies.
Lies upon lies.
She asks you if you know anything about the White Cloaks or reports of shadow spawn in the area.
A bit.
There's definitely a lot of shadow spawn
We have
in the
come
area.
across shadow spawn.
Killed him.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again.
I'll have anybody watching the conversation, and of course Adina, can do sense motive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adina
21.
and Cho'Gath
12.
and Falk
9.
and Rafe.
21.
What'd you roll?
6.
I'm sorry, Adina, what did you get one more time?
21.
21. Okay. There were 3 21s?
No.
No,
What
2.
These two got 21.
Okay.
I got a 12 and he got a
12, okay.
9.
If you put me and him together, we got a 21.
For some reason, I thought, I had
Let's do that.
kind of transposed Cho'Gath's
Yeah,
there. For some reason, I thought it was 321. Okay, so Adina and Rafe, you get a strong impression when she's talking about, when she's questioning you about why you're looking for the women, which women you're looking about or for, that she knows something about Aes Sedai in Watch Hill. You may attempt a diplomacy to try and get answers out of her.
Okay. Can I change her gender with a weave?
No.
You sure?
You can just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Pretend it's a guy.
man. Will that work?
No.
Can I still try it?
Rafe, you can assist,
Diplomacy?
or you can assist.
I think she has the better
Yeah.
diplomacy. I got.
You can try and assist her.
You got a +2 from me.
All right. 26.
Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned that you come bearing important information for them. And after a moment of considering, she says, well, it seems your business is urgent. We had better take you to her.
I just rolled a composure and put on the Aes Sedai face, essentially, and
Yeah. She she will tell you that the Aes Sedai that's there is Alana.
all right.
If you guys are willing to follow her there, she'll take you to a barn at the eastern base of Watch Hill. It's going to be opposite the White Cloak encampment.
I'm willing, because Alana's hot. I know that.
Okay.
But I got to figure out what to do with Lalana.
Okay. She'll give you time.
Oh, all the time in the world won't matter if I gotta take her off this leash. And she can level everything in sight.
Would it be wise for you to join us so close to the White Cloak encampment?
What if we broke her fingers and put a hood over her head?
As much as I would like to do that,
Set
it
her on
won't.
fire.
I do wish to learn immolation. I'll just take her with. We're just gonna have to risk it
You have
because
to risk it.
if I make her visible out here, she might get stumbled upon by like a Myrddraal.
Okay. So, when you guys get to the barn, the village wisdom is there, and the innkeep, Auntie L, is also there. The two women seem a bit surprised to see you.
I'll slip my ring on my ring finger on my left hand before we get here.
Okay. The two women seem a bit surprised to see you guys, but they nod in agreement when Tara tells them that she felt that you should be taken to see Alana Sedai. They lead you out among the fields. Look at our map. Further east, trip will take about an hour. So the women pause in a small clearing and wait here, Tara says, before entering the trees along the opposite side. A moment later, she steps back out into the open, and this time a man follows her. He's tall, slender, and dark-headed, and his cloak seems to shift in color as the breeze plays with it. Tara waves you over as the man studies you with piercing eyes. Let's see. Alana is... what is going on here? Oh. They have you... You go through a thicket that's a few paces away, and there you see Alana. So Alana is clearly an Aes Sedai. She has the same ageless face and penetrating eyes as so many others you have met. From Nadira to Kraylin, she wears a green silk riding dress, and a pair of horses stand just behind her. She regards you for a moment before speaking. You are looking for an Aes Sedai, I understand, she says. Well, you have found one. What do you want?
We were hoping to find the other one that you traveled with.
Wrong house, sorry.
But your
Aes Sedai
TV
is
was
in another
on.
thicket.
Yeah.
This is how we got in trouble with the coin thief.
So,
But
do you guys want to stop there, or...
I can keep going.
Okay. Let me take a look here. Okay, I'm sorry, what were you saying, Adina?
we come seeking information on Jerichopen, part of Manetherin, and we were hoping that Varen said I could illuminate us on the subject. I'll, of course, curtsy.
Okay.
What is it, sister? What is it? What?
Yeah,
No, Alana Sedai.
Yeah.
My jaw's going to drop. I have
So-
never seen her curtsy.
Deep curtsy.
She, at this point, she does kind of take in the overall scene, realizing that you have the serpent ring,
Also
and
a
that you
sister
are
that she might recognize on a leash.
exactly, yeah. She, in a pretty stern, commanding tone, tells you to explain what is happening here and why Alana Sedai is on a leash.
Lolana.
Yeah.
Alana Sedai, I regret to inform you that Lolana perished. Where was she? Where did we pick her up? Outside of
Outside of Saldea.
Saldea. Yeah. Outside of Saldea, when the false dragon Mazarim Tane broke free.
Which one did you have? Oh,
I have Lolana.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
She unfortunately was possibly working with the false dragon to break him free. But as to what my mission is, I unfortunately cannot tell you. Just know that this one here, and I'll pull him a leash, is a hound for me.
So,
I swear under my, what is it, salvation and rebirth under the light.
Yeah, hope
That-
for rebirth.
Yeah, that all I speak is true.
Me too.
she's going to request that you three wait in the clearing while she has a discussion with Adina and
I'll use maiden hand talk
Lana.
to inform them that if I don't make it back within an hour.
As we walk back, I'm going to ask Cho'Gath if he thinks he could take the warder.
No, nor would you want to try.
You
But
talking
you're a
about,
blade
looks like
master.
a kitten.
The Aes Sedai are on the side of the light.
so
It's unthinkable. So just stop asking.
It would be a great match to see.
Maybe in a spar.
now that it's just you guys there, she wants you to go through everything basically, as
I could just lay this at the feet of Sheena. You'll have to talk to her. Goodbye.
yeah, basically that's another thing that she is questioning as well, is why are you not at the tower?
I'll be trying to put my nose in the air, kind of
Okay.
so I'll roll a composure check to try to keep it together, which might get me in more trouble, but it's gotta be worth it. So 27 on the composure,
Okay.
but I'll say something along the lines of apologies, Sheena Sedai, but I don't think one of the white sisters would go asking what all the green sisters do with those who are going to initiate under them, or was it join their Ajah? And I have no leave to tell you. It's between me and my mentor.
Penance.
You just want to see me birch.
I kind of do. After all the raised eyebrows, I kind of want to see you birch.
So
I'm gonna dunk a pond.
Alana says
I know.
that if you're not answering or willing to answer to an Aes Sedai, then perhaps you'll be willing to answer to the Amerlin herself. Because me and Varen Sedai were here collecting
I've traveled
wilders,
extensively.
wilders
Yeah, really.
and women that could channel, and we'll be returning to the tower. And when we do, you will be returning with us.
Unfortunately, I cannot, regardless of what you say, Alana Sedai. What my mission involves is of utmost importance to Tarmon Gadon. Is it close enough?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to be put off of my mission now could possibly lead to the Shadow winning.
Is she did? And you, I'm sorry, you had mentioned Sheena. Have you?
Yeah.
To her?
If she,
Okay.
what?
Yeah, because she does want to know who your mentor is.
Yeah, I think
that you're supposed to be with.
I think I said that if she wants to know some stuff, she can take it up with her.
Okay.
But it would be kind of rude for a green Ajah to be asking after what the white Ajah is doing, which probably earns me a birching right there.
So actually, it's gonna that would give you a -4 to all diplomacy with her going forward. But as she did just mention that she was her and Varen were collecting wilders and women that can learn how to channel to take her back to the tower, or take them back to the tower.
But yeah, because I don't know who all knows that the dragon's been reborn. So that's about as far as I can go, is that I'm on a mission to stop the Shadow from getting a trump card.
Yeah, and you've
And I'm willing to use any means
Yeah.
to achieve this goal right
And-
now.
are you going to straight out tell her that Lilana's a dark or black sister?
No, but I will hint at it.
Okay.
Because she was in... I did say that she was possibly in league with Tame to break him free. And that as far as she's concerned, Balana died when Tame broke free. This is not an Aes Sedai that she sees on a leash.
Yeah, she also has questions about the leash. Exactly. I mean, she doesn't quite understand why Lana doesn't just.
She can't. It allows me to control how she channels the what were they? The Sanshin, when they attacked Flamme, used them to control Aes Sedai. I use it now because I'm not strong enough to keep her shielded.
Was it Aes Sedai or was it more Egwin who and Elaine and them that found that like tantamount to rape?
Oh, they all probably do.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Do a sense motive.
25.
Okay, so you get the sense. I mean, she's not really saying anything; she's listening. But you get the sense, whereas normally, if you had said something like this or showed, you would be expecting kind of complete stonewall from another or from an Aes Sedai, right? As far as just not having anything to or hearing any part of your argument of what's happening, but you get the sense she's actually listening to what you're saying, and not that she's just listening, but she's more on the believing side of it. Not quite convinced, but not denying it so that it could happen so badly that she's going to put a stop to it right away, right?
Well, be careful. Like, I'm not. I'll tell my story and kind of shut up. I don't want to. Oh, what would it be like? Run my mouth, I guess. Lose any sort of good graces that I might be able to have.
Have you mentioned any of the other sisters that you're following, or do you want to?
Because that's part of my mission. I've kind of glossed over some of that. Like, what was it? The bronzen, brazen, whatever the.
Yeah, the
Artifice
of Brazian.
Yeah, like I haven't mentioned that. I've just been real broad that the shadow is seeking a weapon that will give it the edge in Tarmangaton.
When she mentions that they're rounding up girls that can channel, are you going to mention the one we came across?
Eventually, I'm going to wait and see if I can get out of here.
Okay.
So, what is... She says that if she were to let you leave rather than come back to the tower, what exactly are you doing in the Two Rivers?
We are seeking a place that houses Tarongriel. We don't know what it does, but it will be used by the Shadow.
She asks what the name of the place is that you're looking for. Says that me and Varen Sedai have been all over out here, and we haven't found any Tarongriel yet.
Jerichopen, part of ancient Manetheren. We need to get there fast. There are others who are heading there. They passed through Watch Hill not too long ago.
Okay.
She can figure that one out.
Yeah. So she asks you. She'll ask you if they're the same as the one that you have here, skirting around, calling them straight out Black Sisters.
Yes.
Right. And she'll also ask who.
I'll say their names.
Okay. So when you do, she's quiet for a moment. She says that she doesn't know Kraylin very well, but she does know that she's a very powerful Aes Sedai. Says more powerful than herself even. She tells you that Kraylin's strengths, from what she's heard, lie more in the talents of illusion, elementalism, and earth singing, which you would recognize as a lost talent. She doesn't know much about the sister that she's traveling with, though. She also says that she knows very little about Jerichopen, although she's heard the name and she thinks that it might have been a city in the days of Arthur Hawkwing, but can add little more even if you were to show her the map. She says that Varen would know and tells you that she's in Emmons Field, though.
We were hoping to try to avoid there to make time, but because it seems like it might be very difficult to break past the Trollocs.
Does she know about it? Yeah, I don't know if she knows about the siege here, because it doesn't mention anything about it. So, yeah, she'll tell you. She tells you that in order to get those answers, and Varen is your best option here. Says that she's not going to force you to return, but she also needs a little bit of time to work over everything that she's learned, and asks that you and your companions to stay at the White Boar, as the proprietress is a friend and will ensure that no white cloaks come into the inn.
I don't know, it might be difficult, Lana said, to get this one past unnoticed.
She does say that she will that she can handle or take care of her. That a dark sister like that shouldn't be allowed to run free, or shouldn't be watched over by an initiate. It's better stilled. And
as I said, Alana Sadai, I know not of the dark sister. This is a hound. A rabid one, I fear, and I must put it down at the end of its journey.
she says that it's better to do that now.
I agree, but I still need it. As you said, the people that I chase after are stronger than me.
She'll consent to allowing you to leave with them, at least, like I said, to the inn. She says that shouldn't be a problem. Once nightfall comes, the White Cloaks are usually out either on patrol or fighting Trollocs that they found raiding the farms. So there's not many around the town at night, and they can get you in. But she'd prefer if you guys stayed, or if you stayed in the inn.
I'll take it she's not actually asking.
Yeah, she's pulling rank here.
Yeah, I'll kind of do the old chin up again, and I'll agree that I'll remain in the inn.
Okay. Yeah, she'll have you go back with the innkeep and the wisdom and the Tessa. What was her name? Tara. That was her name. So she's not going to stay in this area to answer any additional questions, but you might have time for a few before she is going to leave, Adina, if you have any.
No.
Okay.
I'll curtsy.
All right. So yeah, Adina comes back out of the clearing there, and I'll let you explain if you want to what happened or where you guys would be going. But Alana talks for a second with the three women, and then they wait expectantly for Adina.
I will be staying at the Inn of the White Boar. You may accompany me if you wish. Or
Yeah.
you may stay.
No way. I want to sleep in the inn.
Yeah, the
Will
innkeep says
Alana
that
be
she'll have
sleeping
some
there?
rooms for you guys.
Well,
We are going to see a warder beat him down.
Not
you're
if you
asking-
can help it.
You're just going to get bonded.
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Gotta bond them all.
I am kind of looking forward to seeing who Amazon gets to play some of these Aes Sedai.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're making a show.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get Chuck Norris to play Rand.
Nice. He'd make a pretty good one.
And Neo, Keanu Reeves to play, who was...
Matt?
No, Lou Theron's
Oh,
arch
yeah.
nemesis.
Ishmael.
Ishmael, or Is it Samuel in that one?
Ishmael was his.
Yeah.
She had a couple.
Yeah,
I
like
guess.
3. Yeah,
I'm referring to,
Robin
like-
and
I'm referring to like Val.
just get Keanu Reeves to play all of them.
That would work too.
Yeah,
Balsamon.
yeah.
Yes, I kind of hope to see Jamie Lee Curtis as an Aes Sedai.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now that she's older, she still kind of has a little bit of that
Do
youthful
like
appearance that I think she
Cad Swain.
could. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Or
Although I don't think she's quite plump enough.
It's fine.
I think she'd do a good cat
Yeah.
salon, actually.
Yeah.
You guys want to hold there
Yeah.
for tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.